All right, so this video is just going to be a PSA of sorts because a lot of things have happened and I know people have questions. So I'm going to try to give some general answers. For those who don't already know, yes, I left Higuayagua. I am no longer an enrolled member of that cultural group. I say cultural group and not Yuka because one of the bare minimum requirements of a Yuka is for there to be a land base. Yuka is literally in the word. So while some of these cultural groups that are online are working towards becoming a Yuka, a lot of them are not. I know that statement is going to piss a lot of people off, and I just want y'all to know I do not give a fuck because this is not opinion, it is a fact. Another problematic pattern of behavior that I keep seeing being repeated is people establishing their so-called yucayekeno on land that is not traditionally Taino. And y'all can miss me with that, oh, but the diaspora bullshit. At the end of the day, creating a whole ass community on land that traditionally belongs to another indigenous people without talking to them, without any kind of consent, is settler colonialism in red face. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Another fact that I know a lot of y'all aren't ready to hear, but I'm gonna say it anyway, is that the overwhelming majority of caciqueno are pop-up caciqueno. And by pop-up, I mean that they gave themselves the title, but nobody voted for them. These are people who may have eventually been voted in and eventually had ceremony done acknowledging them as a cacique, but that was after the fact. That was after they started calling themselves a cacique and got enough people to follow them to pass as legit. Yet another problematic thing that keeps being done is giving people who just started reconnecting titles. And this happens a lot in groups that may have started off with good intentions, but have slowly but surely become a cult because the people who have been around longer start voicing, hey, this is wrong. And the dictator in chief decides, you know what? I don't like that you guys are not falling in line. So we're going to do a restructure. That's code for people in leadership not kissing the ring and the person with real authority needing to get rid of them without raising any red flags. What ends up happening then is they recruit people who are newer members of the tribe who are ready and willing to contribute and take advantage of them, lie to and manipulate them. The last pattern of behavior I will touch on, at least in this video, is the tendency for people to recognize that they have joined a cult or that the group they joined has become a cult, then leave, but keep the cult mentality. So keep that in mind when people are sharing their stories or other people's stories with you, because some of them may have left a cult and then joined another one and then left that cult and then joined a third cult. So while their lived experience is valid, their discernment clearly needs work. I said all that to ultimately say this, and it's something that I have said while I was an active enrolled member of a cultural group and now that I have left one, and that is do your own research. Ask people from different communities about whatever questions you may have, and do not be in a rush to join any given yucayeke because you do not need to have some certificate of enrollment or random ID that got printed out at Staples to be legitimately Taino.